Did you know when you actually start going to the gym and do leg day, the reason I so often talk about it, oh, skip leg day, oh, skip. It's because when you do it, you're done. You're out for the day. Your legs are cooked. Then the second day, they are gone. And then you think, oh, it couldn't get worse than this. And then day 3 hits you. Anyways, reminding myself about the horrible pain my legs feel while standing here doing this video. It's an intro that needs to be played, and that's what was about to happen. So, does anyone think it's odd that me, Roland Knowles, the anole guy, or if you know me, Cameron, is working with spotted salamanders, is doing an unboxing video with, spotted salamanders? Yeah, it is kind of weird to me too. I really like them a lot, actually. They're one of my favorite salamander species, and you'll learn about my favorite newt species fairly soon. But it's not just my project.
Hey man, I think the ones without spots are females. Oh. Is there sexual dimorphism?
It's also my buddy Semi-Aquatic Exotics project, and well, if I remembered, he should have a Instagram link down below in the description. And while you're there, you're gonna see my other links, my other socials that you should totally look at. While you're down there, well, let me know what y'all think about spotted salamanders. Just the little bit y'all have seen here and there. Are they a 1, a stinky boo-boo, we don't like them, or are they a 10, great and cool, maybe even might be cool as a anole? Yeah, exactly. We both know it's impossible for anything to be as cool as an anole. But yeah, let's go do something else. As you know, this is an unboxing video, and I'm sure the thumbnail made you want to learn something, because there's the way I've implied on the thumbnail, there's something pretty cool you're gonna learn about spotted salamanders today. Anyways, let's go, I guess, start this wonderful process of unboxing an animal. Wait a minute. Hear that? Awfully convenient, is that? Or is it just editing, Cameron? We'll never know. But either way, that's a knock, and I guarantee you it's FedEx. Or editing Cameron putting it in to make the bit more seamless.
Well.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
But this is our box. Let's blur that, cut that. More so, awkwardly cut it. But yeah, anyway, let's get to a better part of me doing this. I'm doing it with one hand. Forgive me, guys. I like to poke it and pull it out. Then you're gonna see all that brown stuff. Now you're asking, what is that? That is pretty much what it's gonna do, is allow the containers inside the box to not shake around crazy which can cause a lot of stress on our animals during transit, and even cause death in a lot of cases because of all that stress. So let's take them out these containers and show you the spotted salamanders. My throat hurts. I'm low-key sick. Place one paper towel, and then it was barely empty for a second. Then we do another one, spray it down to keep the humidity up. Then right now we're about to pop open the lid for all of the more juvenile, you can say, spotted salamanders. And this is where I like to say digging for gold. Let's do a little time lapse of getting these guys out. Maybe we'll stop and chit chat about my favorite ones. Who missed my amazing, very sick voice? But this is the adult bin now. Now, well, whip out 2 of the first adults I see, and one of them is actually really cool. And then the other is like, oh, you're kind of cool. You're an adult. That's cool. But now we're gonna do this, go outside, and, well, go for them all. Right after I give you a close-up of this little guy. Look at him. Wow. That one. Whoa. You're getting kept, buddy. Oh, damn. Is this the one I wanted to keep? You want to just make black salamanders? Yeah. Now let me explain myself. I just want to see what happens when a spotted animal that's well known for spots, when you selectively breed for no spots. Because there's enough variety in this group that we can do that, because we're up. We got spotted sows. Look at that one he just put in. Orange on it.
Okay. Males seem to be light gray. That's a female.
Another keeper. Here, show how you sexed it. Thank you, please.
Right.
Oh. Now, while we struggle to get it to stay in one location, you sex them off a very simple thing. The males have bulges and the females don't, and size.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we got 14. And the adults, I assume, here are the proven adults. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't know who the 5th one is. Probably that one, maybe. The 5th one's definitely a male if it's any smaller than this.
So guys, you got to watch a bunch of salamanders get yoinked out of boxes, get handheld, and be like, ooh, whoa, spotted salamanders. Super cool, super nice. But you also got to see something else. Variety. As you saw, some have higher coloration in their spots. There's individuals with more orange, there's individuals with more yellows. Then there were some individuals with less spots. Yeah, really interesting. I personally like animals that have a lot of variety. Yeah, English. But you got to see all that stuff, right? Let me expand some knowledge. Now, one of the things you may have guessed by the thumbnail is that these animals have something going on with plants. Let's elaborate on that. Did you know out of all of the known vertebrates on this planet of ours, there is only, well, one vertebrate, which is, by the way, vertebrates are animals with spines. So you, a monkey, a lizard, a frog. Animals with spine structures. Got it? There's only one that has photosynthesis capabilities, which is extremely rare because, as you know, that's typically only reserved for plants. The thumbnail's making sense now, right? I hope it is. But they are very interesting on that regard, if you ask me. And it's always caught my eye. Let's talk a bit more about it. Did you know that pretty much how this is going to work is, let's say you're going to be a female salamander. You're going to lay your eggs, are going to get fertilized, correct. But there's going to be algae that's going to come inside the egg, and it's going to essentially wrap itself all around the inner layer of the egg's wall. Then that's going to provide a couple things, but the big thing is going to be extra oxygen supply towards that egg, which is going to help with faster growth, etc., etc., which is really neat, really interesting. But when you hear that, it's more of a, what you would call it, symbiotic relationship. English. That's what it sounds like on paper. But this is where things get really interesting. Now, when they've gone out and they've done observations and, other things like dissections, essentially, on female spotted salamanders, they found the same algae inside the female's ovaries and other internal organs, which is wild. Then they also found that the algae will embed itself into the skin of these animals, which is very weird, especially an amphibian, if you ask me. So, what do you think? You learned a lot with that little jibber jabber of, well, algae inside the salamanders, which, not to downplay it all, it actually is really interesting, and it's something I do suggest y'all sit down and really start reading into. But yeah, there's a reason this animal has become so hard to find captive bred. That could be one of the many reasons, but I know when I was getting into a hobby some years ago, I was always told they breed where they're born, bro. They breed where they're born. Then, that's what the Americans would always tell me. But when I got to start speaking with Europeans, because they were smarter on average, most of them knew how to breed stuff that Americans said was...
No, it's impossible. You can't do that, guys. You can't breed them. It's impossible. It's not possible, guys. You can't do that.
The Europeans on their 40th generation of spotted and tiger salamanders says otherwise, though, because you cannot export or import most salamanders and newts over country borders, believe it or not. So with all the information we now have at our disposal, just from talking to the guy who we got them from, talking to the guy who, overseas, our overseas friends,
we've had a lot of information on our table, and hopefully there's enough information to build this piece, this puzzle, and will allow for a lot of little tiny salamanders that will eventually grow up and sell into the public and all the fun stuff. Little micro note here, I guess, before the video ends. Obviously, we did not need all 14 of these animals. They were captive bred for multiple generations by a very, very smart man, if you ask me. But, you know, we got very lucky in that sense, so we didn't have to wait the couple of years to grow out some individuals that would have been probably took way too long to find because they go like that. And I always thought it was a joke of how fast they move. And, well, 3 days in, all the ones we had available were sold, and we never even officially posted them for sale on any social media. We just posted a post like, guys, we have spotted salamanders. Look how cool these things are now. We'll talk about them later. Couple of days, all of them are sold and shipped out. Crazy. But yeah, into the video. Sub, like, and share. Hopefully it won't be too long till we're yeeting and going crazy about baby salamanders. Yeah, go watch my other videos. Sub, like, and share.